So we're here at ICOM 2023, and we are celebrating Train International's 15th anniversary. We're stopping some of the alumni, some of the global workers that we have had the opportunity to be a part of their stories, to come alongside them and help them as they go prepared and stay effective in the work that God has given them, and asking them, how has Train been a blessing in your work, in your family, and in your ministry? Let's see what they have to say.
So my family transitioned off the field in 2020, and so as a part of that, we knew we needed to go through a process of reacculturating to the States and just preparing our kids and ourselves for what the transition would be like. So we went through the Abide program, and that gave us a lot of language that we could use to describe some of the different things that we were going through or were going to go through as we tried to reacclimate to U.S. culture. And so I believe that has proved very helpful for my kids, especially their transition. I feel like that they transitioned well. It's 3 years in, and it had some bumps to it, but I think that experience really helped to set us up to know how to navigate those.
So in our ministry, when we were serving among Muslim people groups, there's just a lot of stresses that you don't really even recognize when you're in ministry. And going through the Abide debrief really helped us to kind of recognize what those stressors were and then to process those, so that way we were just in a better and healthier place to be able to move forward from there, and to understand that the hard things that we went through were hard and people understood those, but also that Jesus was still good and in charge through all those things as well.
So I was part of a debriefing retreat that Ozark put on at a lake house, actually, in Arkansas, and so a couple of representatives from Train were there to lead us through the curriculum, and it was really insightful for me because I thought that I was pretty much done processing my overseas experience in Tanzania, and I discovered that there was a whole lot of trash and treasure and trials and things like that I still needed to work through. And so it really just opened up new wounds that needed to be healed, and just brought up a lot of really amazing memories too, because we were in a super safe environment where it was safe to say whatever in whatever language, talking about the different words for breakfast around the breakfast table, just with other people who had been overseas that summer. And so it was a safe place with like-minded people who were also going through the same trials of reentry. So it was just such a lovely and peaceful time for me to be wounded and also to heal.
Yeah, we did a pre-field launch with them when they were just a brand new organization, and the tools and equipment that they gave us, I can remember back to year 1, year 2, and thinking those tools that they trained us to use, we used to learn language and to adapt to culture and our team culture of high levels of communication. We playing silly games with our team with Train. They actually helped us navigate through heavy waters in those first few years. And then when the weight of ministry really started to weigh on us after we'd learned language and adapted to the culture, re-engaging with Train with their Abide program, they were able to curate a week where we got to unpack the losses that we'd experienced and the gains that we'd experienced, and really got to put those pieces back together so that we could get back to the field, patching all the holes that had happened during that first season, and so that we got to operate out of a full cup. And I can honestly say, had they not been there to curate that moment and to listen and to love on us well, I don't know that I would have gotten back to the field to experience the season where God is showing us the harvest and we're getting to experience His goodness. So Train was there.
Yeah, Train International has been a huge blessing to me and my family. We went through one of the TEL trainings and learned a lot about orality and just how to take the scriptures from our head and put it into our hearts, and then help to communicate that out to others to hopefully reach their heart and their head in a way that makes sense to them culturally and linguistically.
I've been meeting for spiritual direction for the last year and a half through Train, and it has been an incredible just blessing to my life with Jesus. I came into this season from a place of a lot of burnout and discouragement in ministry, and honestly was in a place where I was struggling to know my way forward and how to just keep going and keep serving in ministry. And spiritual direction brought me into a deeper relationship with Jesus that I have always believed was possible, but have never experienced in this way for myself. I always would have said Jesus was my friend, but now I could tell you about Jesus, who is my friend in deep, meaningful ways. And I'm enjoying not just the comfort that I find in this new depth of relationship with Jesus, but also just a lot of joy and a lot of even like whimsy in how I get to talk to Jesus and listen to his voice as he walks through life with me. I feel like spiritual direction has breathed life back into not just my relationship with Jesus, but also just my ability to talk with others about him, because I know that the person I'm telling them about is so real to me. And I believe the things that I'm saying more because it's a lived experience for me. Thanks.